everybody, how you doing? You okay? Good. Right, I've been tagged. I've got to answer 8 questions by Bushcraft and Fishing with the PIKEY. Excellent guy, excellent channel. I'm sure you've all seen it anyway, but if you haven't seen his channel, go and visit it. Brilliant videos, and as his title says, Bushcraft and Fishing. But honestly, please go over and give him a sub if you haven't. There's some great content on there. Right, so 8 questions I've got to answer, so I'll start with number 1. Right, number 1. Excuse me, there's something sticking in my tongue. Anyway, number 1, my most memorable camp. Well, I think that's got to be a pretty recent one really, and that was a day camp. It doesn't say day or night or overnight or anything. So anyway, this was a day camp, and I was in local woodlands. And on the morning I was like half asleep. I rushed everything together, I got all my kit together, shoved it into my bag, and what I picked up was a DPM basher. Also I thought not to be. I got a DPM basher and an MTP basher, so big mistake there. And guess what I picked up? I picked up the MTP. I wanted the DPM. Anyway, so I got to the woodlands and I got it out, and it's like, oh my goodness, it doesn't suit the terrain at all. When I put this basher up, the MTP, it just didn't suit at all. It looked backlit. It was bright, really bright. So I paid the price, didn't I? I got spotted in. It's on my channel, the video itself, getting spotted. But luckily, I was spotted by 2 lovely people. They were mother and daughter. And I couldn't have had it better really, because it was uncanny. Because not only was I spotted, which is okay, that's easily doable, isn't it? If you're just going to throw incorrect gear up and you're not got a low profile or anything, and you're not blending into the terrain like I was, then you're going to ask for it. But the uncanny thing was, they were interested in wild camping themselves. So if you watch the video, I'll show you a picture of it on the side here. We had a lovely chat, and just chat about camping in general, wild camping, and what she was planning on doing, and camping with the dog. And I said, like, hopefully, I'll see you there again sometime soon, and we can share some chili con carne and whatever she's cooking. So that was like a memorable camp. That was really cool. It was really nice, genuine people. So that's question number 1. Do I prefer solo or social camping, wild camping? Well, me being me, I'm a very solo, a very quiet person. Some may say different, but I like my own peace and quiet, my own space. And one of the main reasons that I come to the woods is to get away from it all, the hustle and bustle. My job happens to be very industry based, very noisy job. So I do very industrial. I do my best to get away as much as I can, and get out into peace and quiet where I can zone out and enjoy the beautifulness of the countryside on my own. But now and again, I do love to meet up and with like-minded people and do a camp. Just recently I met up with Rich, Black Country Bushcraft. Had a great day. That was really good fun. I enjoyed it. But my personal preference will always be like solo. I'm very much a solo wild camper. So that's number 2. Question number 3. My favourite knife. My favourite knife is a knife that's lasted me years and years. So much so, I didn't have to, but I bought a couple of them because they were that cheap. It's the Mora Robust. It's took a pounding. Both have, and they've served me well. I put a close-up on the screen. But yeah, the Mora Robust has never let me down. It's great. I know it's not a full tang knife or anything, but I've never had any problem with battening or anything like that. I know there's some beautiful knives out there. The PIKEY's got a great knife. I think it's made by Chiros. It's a beautiful piece of work. So very skillful. So yeah, So I'd love a knife like that, but I make do with these. They're cheap and cheerful, and it's never let me down. So that's the Mora knife. Right, where did I first learn bushcraft? And that's question number 4. Well, really, I don't know. It's like the pikey again. It was something wasn't considered as bushcraft when we was kids. It was just about getting it outside, and that's what we did. Instead of on Xboxes and PlayStations, I was off on my BMX. That's the urban thing that I did, was on my BMX. But 99.9% of the time, I was out in the woods, out in the fields, playing with my mates or by myself. Just at the bottom of my road, which was about 20 yards away, there was a fence over, and you could get over there, and it was into fields that went on for acres and acres. There was woodland, and there was a beautiful river running through it, and I used to spend all the time that I could, with my mates or by myself out there, building shelters, shelter building, bit of fishing, had a go at that, just everything. I remember playing skimmers with the rocks across the river, and fire lighting, fire making. We practiced all. Obviously I didn't have a ferrocerium rod then, but we used to light our fires, and so it all came under like a bushcraft thing. We built tree houses also as shelters, as ground dwelling shelters. So it all came from there as a kid, as a child. So what would I be? About 8 onwards, 9, 10, about that age. And now, anyway, I'll tell you where the bottom of the street there, out my house 20 yards down the bottom of the street. Now there's a whacking great motorway there now. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's a sad way of today. Anyway, yeah, gone are the fields and gone are the woodlands. It's just a motorway right the way through there now. Crazy, crazy. So that's question number 4. Question number 5. What's my favourite fire starting method? Well, I carry my kit, my fire lighting kit. I've got several ways of starting fire, so I'm never really caught out. But I've got to say my number 1 would be the ferrocerium rod, because no matter what the conditions, no matter how wet it gets, you're going to get a spark off that baby, aren't you? So yeah, it's got to be a ferrocerium rod, and I carry like numerous things in my fire lighting kit. I carry birch bark, I carry some fat wood, I've got waxed cotton pads, I've got cotton wool, I've got Vaseline, and I've got a lighter in there as well. So like, I've got multiple ways of fire lighting, getting a fire going, no matter what the conditions, what the elements are deciding to do, throw at me. So that's question number 5 done that way. So question number 6. What's the most essential bit of kit for me? Well, I'd say my most essential bit of kit has got to be my tarp, a 3x3 tarp. So no matter where I am, no matter what the weather's doing, I can always give myself shelter. I can get out the elements. As long as I've got like a shelter, I can work from there on. So number 7, do you carry a bug out bag in your vehicle? Well, I carry a bag and it's packed with gear. This is the stuff I've got here today. This was in my bag within my car, so I suppose it comes under a bug out bag. Basically all what it is I've got all the basic essentials, all that I'd need to, like, if I stopped off anywhere and any chance to get away, I see a nice woodland somewhere, or it's a lovely day like today and I've just finished work, I've got everything to hand in that bag. It's basically the most basics, that I'd need to build myself a shelter and do myself a drink and keep dry. But yeah, I've got a saw in there, I've got my knife, I've got my stove in there, I've just got like a tranch burner in there and a little avenue stand on there, so I can put my cup on there and do myself a nice hot drink. and I've got noodles that I can do, so there's food also. Carry a water bottle, carry more. Notice an Algene bottle that I carry, that's filled with water, and I also carry a bottle of sealed water, you know, like stuff you buy at the shops. Yeah, so anyway, I've got all the basics there that I need. So for like days like today, I finish work, I don't have to go back home, I can go straight out to the woods, and I can get as much time as possible out there, enjoying the beautiful weather and enjoying this. So yeah, so it just enables me to get out. I haven't got to go back and sort kit out and go back home and everything else. I can just go straight out, or if I'm like visiting a new area or whatever, or somewhere I see a lovely woodland that needs exploring, I can just shove my pack on my back and get off and go and enjoy that new woodland that I found. Okay, so what kind of stove do you prefer? That's question number 8. A favourite stove of mine has got to be, if you watched any of my videos, if you have, I'll be very grateful. Thank you for watching, it's much appreciated. My favourite stove, you'll know, is it's got to be the Trangia Triangle. I love liquid fuels, meths. I never have any problems with meths, basically, because when it's cold, I keep my meths bottle, my fuel bottle, which is just an nail varnish remover bottle topped up with meths, and I insulate it with 2 socks that I tie off at the bottom, and I pinched him around the neck with some glue, so that keeps the chill off the fuel, and I never have any trouble with ignition, with igniting it. So yeah, meths is my fuel of choice, and the Trangia Triangle is my stove of choice. Okay, so now I've got to make some, I think that's the 8 questions, yeah, that's 8, yeah. So now I've got to make some nominations, 5 nominations to be exact. Right, the first one is a lovely guy. I've known for a while now, I've been subscribed to his channel for a good while, a couple of years easy actually. Rickalls Outdoors, loves his bushcraft, his wild camping, getting out, same mentality as most of us, you know. So if you haven't visited his channel, please go and have a look there, give his videos a thumbs up and a sub please, and that goes for all these people that I'm going to read off. They've all got great channels and they are lovely people. So that's Rickalls. Anyway, I'll put a link in the description box down below, so you can all have a look and click on there and have a look at the channel if you haven't seen it before. So that's number 1, Rickalls Outdoors. Number 2, Wildman Moose. Loves his wild camping, loves to get out, likes some nice food, likes his hammock camping very much, very similar to me. Good guy, similar tattoos, but yeah, anyway, that's Wildman Moose, so I nominate you too. So anyway, you know, you haven't got to do these videos straight away, like the Pikey was saying, just when you get opportunity or chance to. You haven't got to anyway, but you know, it's just a fun thing really. But whenever you get chance, if you wouldn't mind doing the tag, that'd be smashing. So that's Wildman Moose. Number 3, Hazzard Outdoors. He's a recent channel that I found recently, great stuff, nice bloke, really nice stuff. He's got a bit of a permission camp thing going on. Recently bought himself a Dutch Army hoop bivvy, and I've seen him out with that. Look forward to seeing him doing some overnighters very soon. I know he hasn't been very well, so Hazzard, I hope you're feeling a lot better, mate. So that's Hazzard Outdoors, tag you, mate, and go and visit his channel also. Great content. Right, so that was number 3. Number 4, Camp Life Bushcraft, another one that's I've subbed to recently and I didn't know of, but fantastic channel, great content as well. I've been watching him building his shelter recently, cracking shelter, and loves his bushcraft, wild camping also, and nice chap, nice fellow, and that shelter that he's building is amazing. by the way. And also, wow, does he cook some nice food, really delicious stuff. So go and visit him please, give him a sub if you haven't, thank you. Number 5, last but not least, Wildman Outdoors Lee, smashing bloke, great sense of humour, dry sense of humour, really funny guy, but obviously he's into his wild camping, likes his knives, he likes his knives, and he's also recently bought a Dutch Army hoop bivvy also, so I've been talking to him about it, and yeah, it's top bloke. Go across and give him a sub also please, but that's all, it's all good stuff. So anyway, so those are my 5 nominations, and those, so you've got the 8 questions which I'll put in the description box below for everybody, so they can read and they know what they've got to answer rather than jog through this video or any other videos to find out. So thank you very much guys, and take care. Right, I'm on my way out now, the sun's starting to set. So anyway, thank you very much PIKEY for tagging me in with the questions, the 8 questions. Really enjoyed answering them, thinking about them. It was great fun, and I look forward to hearing from everybody else that I've nominated. So like I say, if you can't, you can't. If you don't want to, you don't want to, that's fine, it's okay. But I do look forward to hearing from you. I'm sure everybody else does. All the information will be down in the box below, description box. Everybody's linked to everybody's channel, including PIKEY, Bushcraft and Fishing with a PIKEY. So cheers again mate, much appreciated. Enjoyed doing that, it's cool. Even though it was after work, I thought I'd get it done. So yeah, I'll get on now and head back to the car. So beautiful weather, really nice. So anyway, everybody take care, all the very best, and it's Black Country Woodsman over and out. Till next time, see ya.